G'day guys, my name is Olympia, and for all you demigods watching, welcome back, and for all the newbies, g'day. Welcome to the mountain. Now, the question is, why are we here? And today it is because of Jonathan or Jessica Yaniv. Yikes. And here's why. Just as a disclaimer, everything in this video is alleged. These points have not been proven in a court of law at all. I am not in any way transphobic as well. I support the LGBTQ community, and this video is not prejudiced towards anyone. I am here to tell you a story and to make you laugh. And for this video, I will not be using pronouns because I genuinely do not know what to call Jessica. Is he a he? Is she a she? I don't know, not a clue. So I'll be sticking to calling this person Yaniv because, you know, respect. And I apologize in advance if it gets repetitive. And lastly, I am not transgender, so I don't know what it's like to be in their shoes, and I don't pretend like I do. If any of you understand this from a more educated perspective, then I encourage you to rip into me in the comments for the stuff that I get wrong. But okay, let's get these jokes out of the way. You look like Mrs. Doubtfire if she ate Canada. I've seen you on TV before. You're Honey Boo Boo's mum, right? I don't see a difference. Comment down below if you know who he is. And lastly, I didn't know thumb thumbs were real. Yaniv is going into women's bathrooms taking photos of the women in there, and some of them are underage. So let's break this down. Yaniv going into the bathroom. I would think it would be really hard for people transitioning to be accepted into the bathroom that they identify as. It must be incredibly frustrating for them. But you are looking like a whole ass dude in a women's bathroom. There is no indication that you identify as a woman, and you have to at least acknowledge that if you walk into a women's bathroom not even trying to look like you're transitioning, it's not going to be extremely comfortable for the women in there. They have no idea who you are and what your intentions are. Blaire White, who is a trans woman, has also made a video on Jessica Yaniv and stated that this is everyone's worst nightmare about trans people. A man walking into a woman's bathroom to be creepy, like taking pictures, and among other things. And I wholeheartedly agree, which brings me to the second part of this point. Taking photos of women in the bathrooms while some are underage. First of all, it is extremely inappropriate to take photos of people in a public place or in general without their consent, especially if they're underage. So that's as bad as it is. You're taking pictures, obviously trying to get the people in the bathroom in the picture. The way that you hold your camera horizontally or vertically, depending on where the person is. Mirror selfies, which you don't usually take mirror selfies, so why in the bathroom? And why is it that you can see everyone in the bathroom in your photo? And the fact is that some of these are minors. Some of the people in your photos are minors. What were your intentions with these photos anyway? Step 1 on how to be the worst person on the internet. Send sexually explicit messages and voice notes to underage girls. Inappropriate questions and statements are all round unwelcome by anyone. But to minors? My dude. Just listen to some of these. So, at the gym, do girls bear all? The fuck? Or do you think we work out naked? Are you okay? Do you see tits and pussy ever? What, at the gym? Or have you ever seen a tampon string hanging out of a girl's thing? Does Yaniv think that's kinky or something? I was really expecting to walk in and see all the girls with their boobs out. Do guys walk around with their dicks out? No? Right, went really well. I expected more though. I only saw one girl in her panties. One too many, in my opinion. If she wants a tampon though, should I give her one and instruct her on how to use it? Like, would I go into the stall with her and help her? Sounds pretty weird. Oh really? You think? Is it weird to ask a 10 to 12-year-old girl for a pad or a tampon? If you have to ask that question, you should not be allowed within 200 meters of a school. But also, you say that you're transitioning, I'm guessing from a male to a female, but Yaniv gets a monthly period? Yaniv's explanation? Yaniv claims to be an intersexual, which means someone born with both sexual reproductive organs, but doesn't tell us which kind of intersex variation Yaniv claims to be. And Yaniv has a lot of male characteristics like a deep voice and lacking of developing breasts, which does not indicate an intersexual, but rather a good old-fashioned male with a penis. And there has been no solid proof from Yaniv to convince me personally otherwise. And also, Yaniv claims that these messages are fake in an interview with Rebel Media, but later backtracked and confirmed some of these messages are real to Blaire White in her livestream. Yaniv has also sent some really disturbing sexual voice notes to one of these underage girls. Her name is Jessica Rumpel. The voice note of Yaniv doing a creepy Elmo impersonation.
Elmo loves the fuck. Elmo loves. Elmo loves the dickies. Elmo loves pussy. Elmo loves the pussy. I love you too, Jess Papa. I love you. You will be go up in there, up in there, up in there, up in there.
Though Jessica Yaniv denies ever knowing a Jessica Rumpel.
I never talked to a Jessica Rumpel. I don't even know who the hell this woman is.
Step number 2 on how to be the worst person on the internet. Be racist to minority groups. Although this is not one of Yaniv's biggest crimes, it is certainly something to touch on. There has been screenshots and voice notes leaked of Yaniv speaking down to the Sikh and Middle Eastern communities in Canada.
I am not kidding. This turban fucker, oh, they drive me crazy. They should not be allowed in Canada. I swear, they just piss me off.
My dude, chill. Take it down a notch. You're fine. And last but not least, step 3. Write creepy comments and retweet disgusting notions about women's rights on Twitter. If you have to comment, how old are you, to a young looking girl on Twitter, as you are a 32-year-old adult, you should not be talking to them. I repeat.
You should not be talking to them.
It looks creepy and suspicious no matter which way you look at it. Then you go and retweet this article. Judge rules girls have no rights to visual bodily privacy for boys as long as they are not being touched. The article goes on to say that in 2015, a federal court passed a lawsuit in an Illinois school district that allowed transitioning boys into female locker rooms, restrooms, and showers. The judge stating that they have no rights to visual bodily privacy and that all students must use the restroom with the knowledge that someone of the opposite sex is present or could walk in at any time. And Yaniv fucking agrees with that, saying it's LGBT rights. Are you fucking insane? To lump every single LGBTQ member into this horrid ideal that men are allowed by law to see women naked and have no repercussions is dangerous and disgraceful to the community that you are a part of. It's mortifying. Yaniv demanded that the female staff of a spa must perform a Brazilian wax on Yaniv. After the female beauticians refused, Yaniv kicked up such a stink with the Human Rights Office that Yaniv got the entire spa shut down. First of all, a Brazilian wax is the waxing of female genitalia, which physically cannot be performed on Yaniv because he has a penis. a dicky and balls. Do you have a labia, Yaniv? I don't fucking think so. Yaniv filed so many complaints to so many different spas that I'm assuming it was under similar circumstances. Going as far to say that because Yaniv identifies as a woman and per Yaniv's human rights, that the beauticians cannot refuse service to wax Yaniv's male genitalia, whether it is for religious, personal, or inexperienced reasons. But according to the Canadian Human Rights Act, in Section 15.1G, an individual is denied any goods, services, facilities, or accommodation, and there is bona fide justification of the denial or differentiation, then there are no grounds for prosecution on human rights. So what does that mean? It means that Yaniv has no right to file human rights complaints with any of these salons if the beauticians refuse service for religious, personal, or inexperienced reasons because he has a dick and balls. Well, Yaniv decided it would be a lovely idea to host a swimming party and send a delegation request to appear before Township Council. Now, if we skip ahead to the third line, individuals are permitted to be topless at their leisure. Now that sounds cool, I guess. It's a little kinky, adult get-together who are proud of their bodies, it could be fun. Nope! 12 plus. 12 goddamn plus. You could be 12 years old running around with a bunch of kids and adults who are half naked. And then if you read into it some more, parents and caretakers are prohibited from attending these events as it is considered safe and inclusive. So that means that any parents of the children who are attending this event are banned from entering because it is considered a safe environment. Safe for who? Safe for the kids? I don't fucking think so. Doesn't sound like it, Buster. I guess if it was just a topless swimming party for 12 plus, it might be at some extreme lengths acceptable. You don't have to be topless if you're opposed to it, which I assume would be most. But then you gotta ban all the children's parents. Any mother or father who loves their child, which I hope is all parents, would never in a million years be happy with dropping their kids off at a sketchy event like this. Ever. This is obviously a ploy by Yaniv to get access to half-naked underage girls and boys without supervision from their parents or guardians to which he could do anything with. And I'll leave that part to your imagination. This may come as good news or bad news depending on where you stand on this situation, but Yaniv was arrested for showing an illegal taser on Blaire's livestream.
Violent. Needs to carry pepper spray is all the young girls who have to share a bathroom stall with you while you're thinking about putting tampons in them. That's what I think needs to happen. Where are you going?
One sec. One sec.
I should not have to literally
Hold on one second.
something like
I want to say something. Just another reminder to everyone in the chat. Any and all super chats that you send in will be donated to the businesses that Yaniv has negatively impacted with their path of fucking destruction and trying to ruin people's livelihoods. So just know that super chats will be donated to them. Again,
Blaire,
what?
I don't need to be scared of my own house that I'm gonna get fucking attacked, which is illegal in Canada. Just saying. But
do you think that was cute? Was that a moment for you?
no, that wasn't a moment for me. But what I'm gonna say here is it's real. The hate is real and the violence is real. You cannot tell me, Blaire.
I'm reminding you. Take the injection.
You cannot tell me, Blaire.
I know that this isn't a good representation of the trans or the LGBTQ community, but it's the one that the public is given. No one should use Jessica Yaniv as a part of their confirmation bias on the transgender community. But unfortunately, there will be a few who do think that this disgraceful human is a good representation of everybody in that community. If you see Yaniv out and about, I would suggest you stay clear or you'll get sued. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching my video. If you guys want to see more of me, check out my socials, link in the description. Also, all references for any of the information that I used in this video is linked down below, and also Jessica Yaniv's Twitter, so be respectful. I'm looking at you, Steve. Be respectful. Moral of the story today is, don't do this. Just don't do this. Don't be this. Yes, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell atop of the mountain. It's just like water. You always need it. Hope you guys are having a good day. Olympia out.